Imagine surviving one of the worst plane crashes in history, only to discover that the island which saved your life never intended to let you leave. For 6 seasons, Lost gave us impossible mysteries: a monster made of smoke, invisible whispers in the jungle, numbers that seemed to control fate, a hatch hidden beneath the ground, and an island that could move through space and time. Many people believed these mysteries were unrelated. But what if they were all connected? What if every strange event, every death, every coincidence was part of one enormous plan that had begun centuries before Oceanic Flight 815 ever crashed? Today, we're exploring the theory that explains almost everything. Chapter 1: The Island Was Choosing People. Most people believe Flight 815 crashed because of bad luck. But think about it. Why this plane? Why these passengers? Why not thousands of others? Throughout history, the island has repeatedly drawn ships, scientists, military forces, explorers, and ordinary people toward itself. It almost behaves like a magnet, not pulling metal, but pulling people. Maybe the crash wasn't an accident. Maybe every passenger had already been chosen long before boarding the plane. Chapter 2: Destiny or Coincidence? One of the biggest themes in Lost is the battle between destiny and free will. Jack believes people create their own future. Locke believes everything happens for a reason. Throughout the series, these two ideas constantly collide. Whenever someone tries to escape destiny, the island somehow pushes them back toward it. It's almost as if fate is correcting itself. Maybe coincidence never existed on the island, only purpose. Chapter 3: Why the Island Heals Some People. One of the island's strangest abilities is healing. Locke regains the ability to walk. Rose's illness disappears. Others recover from injuries that should have been fatal. Why? Many fans believe the island's mysterious energy is alive. It doesn't heal everyone equally. It seems to choose. Perhaps healing isn't a gift, it's an investment. The island keeps alive the people it still needs. Chapter 4: The Whispers in the Jungle. For years, the whispers terrified everyone. No one knew where they came from. Some believed they were ghosts, others believed they belonged to the others. But the whispers seemed connected to people unable to move on. Lost souls trapped between worlds, watching every new arrival, unable to interfere, only able to observe, which makes the island feel even more haunted than we first imagined. Chapter 5: The Island's Real Enemy. Everyone feared the smoke monster, but perhaps the real enemy wasn't the creature. It was fear itself. Every major tragedy begins the same way. Someone lies, someone loses trust, someone acts out of fear. Communities collapse from within. The smoke monster rarely forces people to become monsters. Instead, it gives them opportunities to become monsters on their own. Perhaps that's why Jacob keeps bringing people to the island. He isn't searching for perfect people. He's searching for people capable of choosing hope over fear. Chapter 6: Why So Many People Failed. Generation after generation, people arrived believing they could control the island. Scientists tried experiments, soldiers tried violence, leaders tried power. None succeeded. Why? Because everyone viewed the island as something to conquer, instead of something to protect. Maybe that's why Jack eventually succeeds where others fail. Not because he becomes stronger, but because he finally understands sacrifice. Chapter 7: The Hidden Symbolism. Look closely at every major character. Jack represents science, Locke represents faith, Sawyer represents revenge, Kate represents guilt, Hurley represents compassion, Ben represents manipulation. Each character isn't just a survivor, they're an idea, a different side of human nature. The island forces those ideas to collide, and through those conflicts, it asks one simple question: which part of humanity deserves to survive? Chapter 8: My Theory. Here's the theory that connects everything. The island isn't simply a magical place. It's the balance point between creation and destruction. As long as someone protects it, the world remains stable. If darkness escapes, everything falls into chaos. Jacob wasn't protecting land. He was protecting reality itself. The man in black wasn't merely trying to leave. He was trying to destroy the balance that keeps the world alive. Every crash, every battle, every sacrifice was part of an endless struggle between hope and despair. The survivors weren't chosen because they were special. They became special because they were given a choice. Ending. More than 2 decades after it first aired, Lost continues to inspire debate, not because every mystery received an answer, but because its greatest mystery was never the island. It was us. How far would we go to survive? Could we forgive our past? Would we choose faith or fear? Perhaps that's why Lost still matters today, because every viewer eventually realizes the island isn't asking who can escape. It's asking who deserves to protect what truly matters. And maybe that's the answer that was hidden in plain sight all along.